welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Melissa and this is Geeky Life Savings. Today is Friday, May 2nd.
It's gonna be May.
Which means we get to do a budget with me session. It's my first paycheck of May, and it's also the start of Magic Month for me, which means I get 3 paychecks this month, and we also get 2 paychecks for Darcy on the opposite weeks of my paycheck. So we have 5 paychecks this month, which is gonna be really awesome. We're gonna finally get ahead on some things, hopefully. So for today, we have my paycheck, and we also have some money from my mom for her subscriptions because she shares Netflix and Disney Plus with Darcy and I. And then I got a little tiny bit of interest back from our savings account. So in total today, we're going to be budgeting $2,367.85. We're also going to do a end of the month rollover, kind of roll up anything left over in April, and then we'll use that to budget into May. Before I get into the budget with me session, I figure I would give you guys an update on how things are going in my life. Basically, the week has been chaotically busy. On the weekend though, I did get to relax and play some Fallout 4. I've been really itching to play video games. I've been just really focused on work and this YouTube channel that I haven't been playing any video games, and I just been really craving to play something. So all last weekend I just played Fallout 4 and it was wonderful. However, that obviously made me a little bit behind on YouTube stuff, so I only posted one video this week, which was my spending breakdown video for April. But yeah, I definitely took a little bit of a break from editing YouTube videos last weekend. During the week, it's been just really busy work-wise for me. There's just so much going on. The team is now starting up all these big projects, so there's just a lot of questions and whatnot that they have for me. They've also been having a lot of random issues with their local development environment, so I've been having to assist with that. There's been issues with like our pipeline this week, and it's just been a chaotic week for me. And I have my manager who is like trying to make sure that I'm getting my one ticket done for investigating a project for one of the items on our roadmap that's upcoming, and he's trying to shield some of the noise for me, but honestly, I don't think it's working. I didn't really get as much done as I wanted to on that. Tomorrow, Darcy and I are going to be doing our grocery shopping, and then on Sunday, I'm going to be going out to my parents because yesterday, early in the morning, I purchased my cold air intake for my car. If you don't know what a cold air intake is, basically it's something you install in your engine and it helps with the airflow of your car, and it just basically makes your car breathe better. I guess that's like the easiest way to put it. It does help with performance. It also can help boost your horsepower in your car. I'm more there for the noise of it because I like having those little turbo swish noises for when I shift. My car does it a little bit. It's very faint, but it will be a lot more pronounced when I install this part. I will show you guys before and after videos maybe in my budget with me session next week and show you the difference of the part that I install. So I'm going to be getting that installed on Sunday because it arrived like this afternoon, which I was honestly shocked because I had ordered it yesterday and it already arrived today, but it kind of makes sense because it only has to come from like the Toronto area, and I only live like 3 hours ish away from there, so it wasn't very far. I'm pretty stoked. This is a part I've been wanting to install in my car since I got my car like 3 years ago. I've just been slowly modding my car each year. I've been adding something. So my first year, I changed out my diffuser and my spoiler on the back of the car. And then last year, I installed a new exhaust system on it. And now this year, I'm going to be doing a cold air intake. This has been a long time coming for me. I've also done a lot of other small little mods within the car, just like visual stuff, but those are like the 3 big things, and they've all costed me a little bit of money to do. They haven't been cheap. Modding cars aren't cheap in general, but I do come kind of from a car family. My dad, my brother, and we just all like cars. Even my mom does, but we just love modding cars. That's where I get that from. It's just like a bonding thing for me and my family. We just really like modding car stuff, and my dad is going to help me install the cold air intake. We're also going to change out my winter tires for my summer tires, and if I get a chance, I might try to detail my car. My car is disgusting from winter, so I really been wanting to clean it, and the weather is looking good for Sunday, so fingers crossed I'll be able to hopefully do all of that on Sunday. If I don't get to the detailing, that's okay. Like, I'll clean my car another day, but I need to get my winter tires off, get my summers on, and then hopefully we can get this cold air intake installed. It shouldn't be too bad. It doesn't look like too bad of an install. It's just all in the engine bay, so I think we'll be able to handle it. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. I did finish Iron Flame this week. That's what I did. I've been reading a lot as well. That's why I didn't really post anything this week on YouTube. I've just been really addicted to Iron Flame and wanting to play video games, so I kind of just did those things instead, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed the second book of the Empyrean series, Iron Flame. It was so good, and I was just kind of jaw-dropped at the end again. I bought the third one, and I'm reading now Onyx Storm, and I can't wait to find out what happens. I think I'm like 50 pages in as of this morning. I try to read a few pages while I'm getting ready for work. I don't know why, but that's what I've been doing, just reading a few pages, and then I read a lot at night before I go to bed. I'll usually read in bed. So yeah, I think that's really it. I don't have a ton of other like updates really at the moment. I've just been busy with work, reading my book, playing some video games, and that's really about it. So let's get into the budget. Okay, so I am now in YNAB. If you aren't familiar with YNAB, it is a zero-based budgeting tool that I've been using to hopefully help me pay off $65,000 worth of debt and just learn how to budget and be responsible with my money, because let me tell you, the reason I am in so much debt is because I wasn't responsible with my money for the longest time. So now I am trying to be responsible, and YNAB is doing an amazing job at teaching me that. I absolutely love this tool. I started using it back in January. Well, I signed up for it at the end of December, but I started mainly using it at the beginning of January, and I've been loving it ever since. If you are interested in using the tool, I do have a referral link down below, so you can try it out. With my referral link, you will get a 34-day free trial, which YNAB already includes. If you try out their tool, you don't have to enter in any credit card information to try out the tool, which is really nice. And then using my referral link and you end up purchasing a subscription of the tool, then you will receive an additional 30 days for free, and then I will receive an additional 30 days for free. So I would really love if you used my referral link. It would really help me out. So that's kind of the rundown of the tool. And as I mentioned, we have here money from my first paycheck of May to start us off for Magic Month. And then I have some money from my mom for subscriptions, and also a little bit of interest from our savings account. So here's kind of the breakdown. We got paid $2,337.38, and then my mom gives me $30 each month for her subscriptions. She helps pay for Netflix and Disney Plus, and we got a whole 47 cents in interest on my savings account. I mean, I'll take what I can get. So that totals up to $2,337.38. $967.85 altogether. So the first thing we're gonna do before we get into May here, we're gonna go back into April and just do a end of the month sweep for April and just kind of pick up any bits of money that we can use in May that weren't needed for April. So I think I see one here already. We have $14 that wasn't used for bank fees. This is because in the middle of the month, Darcy and I switched Darcy's bank account to a basic checking and savings account. He had like the premium one for some reason, and he was not using any of those benefits. It just didn't make sense. So we just dropped him down to the basic plan because his accounts moving forward is literally just for his fun money, and he can do whatever he wants with his fun money. So he just has his own accounts for that. And this $14 wasn't needed because we ended up lowering his plan. He got charged the new price on the 30th. So this money is just extra. So we're going to pick this up. We're going to put this $14 up to ready to assign. And then let's see what else we have. I think we have a few more things maybe we can pull out of here. These are all my yearly subscriptions. I'm not touching these. And then we have my consolidation loan. My consolidation loan is bi-weekly payments, but I budget a monthly target based on those bi-weekly payments. So this is not going to obviously be moved either. And then we have cats. So we do have a bunch of money here in cats, but what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be moving all of it to ready to assign. I do want to move a little bit of it to our vet visit fund. And what I'm thinking is I really want to keep $175 handy for cat food and cat litter. Anything else can either go to ready to assign or to the vet visit fund. So what I think I'm going to do, because I like even numbers, is I'm going to move $10 to the vet visit fund. I think that would make the most sense. So I'm going to move this to vet visit. And then we have $176.17 that I'm going to move up to ready to assign. And normally I do my end of the month sweeps before the new month starts, but because the end of the month was midweek, I don't normally record midweek. I usually wait until I get paid. This, I won't be able to snooze. Like normally I would snooze this target and have it stop being angry at me, but I can't do that. So it's gonna have to stay yellow. And gas, I'm gonna leave gas. I have like the refill up to target set on this now. So this is just gonna roll over into May, and then I just have to cover anything else to get us up to the 250 target that I have set for it. Same with laundry. Laundry is also a refill up to, so I'm just gonna let that roll over. I think that's honestly it. The rest of this I wanna keep. Like I wanna keep the concert money there. It's kind of like partially a sinking fund, but I consider it fun spending. A lot of these I just want to sink money into. The oh shit category here is a refill up to $100 target, so I'm just gonna leave that there, and then we'll just have to cover the other amount to get it back up to 100. Everything else looks good. We were able to pick up an extra $190.17. We're gonna go into the next month, and now we have $2,558.02 to assign into May. I think the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to cover any overspent categories. That's always the first thing I do, and we have a few things here. So we got my consolidation loan. The consolidation loan, it just always says it's overspent because the payment comes out on the same day I get paid. So we just need to cover that amount. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to cover half of my monthly target. We're actually going to probably need some extra money this month because I do have to make 3 payments, but we'll worry about that on the 3rd payment later in the month, because at that point I'll probably have everything we need covered and I can just cover that remaining amount, no problem. Sorry, I don't want to do a full amount, but I want to do $939.35 divided by 2. So we're going to cover that. Darcy's fun money. Now, for the Onyx Storm book, we decided to split the charge in half between our fun money accounts because both of us are reading the series. So he is now on to reading Iron Flame. I honestly was so emotional handing him the book earlier this week because I had just finished it and I literally was like almost in tears just handing it to him. And I was like, oh my God, you need to start it now. I need to talk about this book. It's been so hard for me to not talk about Iron Flame with him because so much happened in Iron Flame. Like, it is like over 600 pages of stuff that happens, and the ending got me once again. And oh my God, I was so emotional over it because I can't say anything, but oh my God, quite an emotional ending for me. I don't know why, but I'm just very attached to a certain character and I got emotional over it. Now we're on to the fun money to cover Onyx Storm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna completely cover his total like $50 target, and he's okay with the fact that he's not gonna get an entire $50. We accepted the fact that Onyx Storm is taking some of our fun money out this month, but I think it's worth it because we're both really into the series. So we're gonna put $50 there for him. And we have the cold air intake because I purchased it yesterday and it's already here and I get to install it this weekend, but we need to cover the remaining amount. It was a little bit more than what I targeted. I targeted $800, and with taxes and whatnot, it ended up coming to $840.25. So not too bad. I didn't have the full amount budgeted for because of what happened in March with the whole vet situation with the cats. I didn't get to fully cover this like I would originally wanted to, but that's okay. We're gonna cover it now. It's Magic Month. We'll be able to cover this. So I'm gonna assign the $270.25 to cover that. And now we have covered all the overspent categories. But what I'm gonna do before I get into funding the rest of the month, I'm going to go down to the cold air intake because we purchased this. We did it, and I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy, but we have finished this goal. We can check it off of our list and consider it completed. So I'm gonna remove this goal, and the transaction I'm gonna put towards car maintenance. I don't know, I don't really have another appropriate category for my car other than car maintenance and gas and my insurance and my car payment, and it doesn't go under really any of those other ones, so it's gonna go under car maintenance, and we're gonna delete it. And now it thinks I spent a bunch of money there, but it's okay. We still have money there, and it thinks I assigned the money for this target, but I didn't really assign it, so I'm probably still gonna assign $50 later in the month. We finished that goal. I'm pretty excited. So now the main goals here is obviously we have like the month ahead goal, which I'm not really focusing on at the moment because I have so much debt right now that I'm dealing with, but obviously I'm trying to just naturally get a month ahead just from me doing the whole YNAB process. I'm hoping I just naturally get ahead, but I have a category here to like remind myself that that is something I want to do. And then the next two big goals are obviously our wedding and honeymoon. My partner Darcy and I are planning to get married on October 2nd, 2027. It's quite a far ways away. We were thinking we were going to maybe do 2026, but we figured we'd give ourselves more time to save money and plan the wedding and just give more time to people in our lives to make sure that they can come to our wedding. I think that's the best thing to do considering we are in the amount of debt we are in. As you can see, my little red area over here, we have quite a bit of debt to handle. Hopefully we can get this money saved up before that date. That's the plan. I'm putting away money each paycheck for it. So I think the next big goal, other than the wedding and the honeymoon and trying to naturally get ahead in YNAB, is we need furniture from IKEA. There's quite a few different things that we need. I actually have them written all down here. I need 3 bookshelves. 2 of them are gonna go here in the office to replace like my bookshelf behind me that you've seen probably. I'm gonna be replacing that because those pieces of furniture that are behind me, they don't match the rest of the office. The rest of the office is actually white, and then those are not white. So I'm gonna be replacing those. So I need at least 1 bookshelf over there, and then I want another bookshelf over beside my desk here. I want to get a bookshelf for there because I haven't shown you guys a picture of my office. Maybe I'll post a picture of what my setup looks like right now so you guys can see it. But my idea is I think I'm gonna get rid of my Star Wars wall that's across this one wall. I have all these old Star Wars calendars all cut out and taped up to my wall. The problem is my cat Rue has been destroying them. She keeps ripping them. I don't know. She has like a fascination with posters and she likes ripping posters. And I think it's time to finally get rid of the Star Wars wall. I've had it up now for 4 years, almost 5 years. I liked it, but I think it's time to get rid of it. Now that she's ripped it, I just been keep taping it and I can't deal with it anymore. It's just horrible looking. So I'm going to be removing the entire Star Wars wall and then I'm going to be putting a bookshelf up beside my desk because I won't care about covering anything there, but it'll fill that empty space so I can store more stuff because I have way too many collectibles and things around the apartment and I want to try to get more of it in the office and then instead of having it out in the living room and whatnot. And then the idea is the shelves that go on the wall. A lot of people have them like above their like computer setups and stuff. They're the wall mounted shelves, but I want 2 of them above my desk and that will allow me to store more things. And then I want to get another 2 shelves to go beside Darcy's desk that he has a space right now that's open and he can store some stuff over there. So I just want to like get more storage space for collectibles and whatnot so we can get a lot of it into this room instead of having it out in our living room. I'm gonna get 4 shelves to wall mount, 2 bookshelves to go in here, and then I have a 3-drawer chest that I'm looking at to replace the one little cabinet that's like behind me with all my Star Wars characters on it. I'm sure you guys know the one because it's behind me in all my videos. So I'm gonna replace that and it's also white. Hopefully replace everything here in the office finally. That's something I've been wanting to do for like 4 years now, is finish my office. Sadly, it's not getting finished with what I originally intended was to keep the Star Wars wall, but the Star Wars wall served its purpose, but I can't stand ripping it anymore. Now, the other things here, you're probably like, okay, well, you still have 1 bookshelf listed here and you have a bookcase corner and then you have the cube shelving units that IKEA has. What I want for the rest of this stuff is the bookcase corner is going to be going into our living room. I have this really old cabinet that I got from one of my grandmothers and it has like a big old tube TV on it to watch VHS tapes and play my Nintendo 64. I don't really use those things anymore and I think especially for the Nintendo 64, I'm sure I could figure out a way to play it on my other TV in the living room. I know there's like adapters you can get. So I'm just gonna probably get rid of the big tube TV in that big cabinet. It is just doesn't look good. It's not what I want for the living room because the rest of my living room I have newer furniture in it and this big cabinet I've just been putting it off for years to replace it. So I want to get a bookshelf corner. It's basically 3 Billy bookshelves, but they're like combined. So you get like the 2 like big ones and then you get like a corner one and then they're like combined and you put it obviously in the corner. So I want to do that and then I'm going to get 1 additional bookshelf to put beside it because I have a lot of space on that wall and we're going to be filling that up with our books and movies because Darcy is a huge book and movie guy. He has a ton of movies right now stored in our closet here in the office and he also has a bunch of books. And I'm also a book lover. I've loved books for years, but I've never had a way to display them anywhere because my collectibles, they're more important to me. And that's why I want to get a bunch of more shelving here for the office so I can move a lot of that into here and I can have more room out in the living room to do books and movies and whatnot. So that's kind of the plan. And then this last one, the 4 cube shelf, this is just to go in our closet in the bedroom. We have way too many clothes and we don't have like a walk-in closet. So we're working with what we have right now, but our closet is full and we actually have a combined closet. Darcy and I share a lot of clothes because we just have a lot of band t-shirts and sweaters and whatnot. So one half of our closet is just band merch, like t-shirts and sweaters. And then our other side of our closet is any of our other random shirts and whatnot. And then we also have like a big wardrobe unit in the one corner of our bedroom, which has all of our pants and underwear, socks, that kind of stuff. But we we just really need more space to like fold up sweaters and stuff to hopefully give us some room to work with in the closet, just to be able to find things. It's just really jam-packed right now and there's like no room. So that's the plan with this one, because I already have one on the other side of the closet. So I kind of just want to match and get one for the other side. What I need is roughly around $1,000, maybe a bit more, but I have the prices here. I recently picked up these prices off of IKEA and I want to slowly buy these things and start slowly replacing the things that I've been wanting to replace for a long time. So that's like another big goal of ours, is try to get some furniture replaced. Obviously, you're gonna probably tell me you should be focusing on your debt. Yes, I understand that. I have debt, but I still need to live my life, and there's things in my life that I still need to do and want to accomplish, like my wedding, my honeymoon, and this furniture. That's why they're on our goals category. They're things that we really want to accomplish and get done. And we just really want to get this furniture. This is something we talked about before we moved in together. These were things we wanted to purchase. There's also other things like Darcy, he needs a new gaming chair. He's sitting on literally one of my kitchen dining room chairs and it's not comfortable for him. So there's also that as well. So that's not on here. I should probably add that because I know that's something he's been asking for. So I'll probably add that at some point. That's kind of the plan here, is saving up for the wedding, the honeymoon, and then I'm probably gonna start tackling the IKEA furniture. Okay, I think I've rambled on enough about my goals category, so let's actually get into budgeting the rest of my money for this month. So we covered the overspending and now we need to start covering other things. So let's start with the bills. And the first bill I like to cover each paycheck is our rent. And because we get 5 paychecks this month, I'm gonna be splitting the rent out between the 5 paychecks. So I'm actually gonna be dividing this amount by 5 instead of 4 this month, which is nice. So we got $283.25 going towards rent for June. We'll go back to May and now we'll focus on everything else here. We need another $4 for our bank fees. So I'm gonna fund that. Darcy's phone bill is already covered. I need to actually pay this. It says the 1st, but that's because his protection plan usually comes out on the 1st, but his phone bill isn't due, I think, until the 9th. So I'm gonna get him to pay that hopefully tonight or tomorrow. And then we're going to cover utilities. I already got the utilities bill this week, so I'm just gonna cover just what I need for the utilities bill. I'm not gonna add more to this because I just end up rolling it at the end of the month or into other things. There's just no point. So our utilities bill is $74.78 this month. And then I'm going to snooze this target. And I'm also going to cover my phone bill. It's not due till the 15th, but I'm going to cover that. So $122.40. And I actually just got a promotion for my phone bill. TELUS is promoting 200 gigs of data and unlimited call-in text for Canada, US, and Mexico. Right now I just have nationwide, which is Canada, but they're offering now 200 gigs of data, which is an additional 100 gigs than I already have. And then also Canada, US, and Mexico, which is just crazy to me because that means I'm gonna be able to use my phone if I'm traveling, but it's the exact same price as I'm paying now. Like, make it make sense. I'm gonna get all of that for the same price I'm paying now. Now, I obviously don't use all of that data each month. I looked on TELUS to see if they have smaller data plans to maybe reduce my bill, and they don't have anything lower than 100 gigs a month. I don't know why, but that's what they have. And I don't really need 100 gigs. I'm usually on Wi-Fi 90% of the time, but I figured, okay, well, if I'm gonna pay $90, might as well add the additional 100 gigs and also add in US and Mexico for the same price. Like, why not? So my bill should be the same price, and now I have a few more things on my plan, which is pretty cool. So that was something that happened. I think I did that yesterday because they've been offering me that for the last week now. Weight Watchers, that comes out on the 4th. We need to cover that. So $16.95. We also have Spotify for subscriptions. We have $20.22. We have Amazon that needs to be covered, $34.99. Netflix I'm gonna cover with only $15, and Disney Plus with $15 because that's the $30 from my mom, and I want her money going to where it's supposed to be going. Those are all of the subscriptions I'm gonna cover for now. Next, I'm going to cover monthly expenses here. So I'm gonna cover another $175 for groceries. We want another $25 for consumables. So we have our $400 to do groceries tomorrow. We're gonna add that $175 back for cats. And I'm not gonna do anything for gas. We already have $120 here for gas. I do have to get gas tomorrow, but this is way more than enough money. I actually have extra in here right now. And I think that's really about it for monthly expenses. And then fun spending. I want $100 for eating out because eating out just randomly happens all the time. And then I'll leave these for other paychecks in the month. I'm gonna do my fun spending. I've been trying to do the fun spending on the first paycheck of the month because we like to have our money. So that's covered. And then, oh yeah, I'm gonna recover the oh shit spending. Oh, sorry, that's not enough. What am I doing? Plus $12.42. Next up is, I think we're gonna get into our savings and goals. So for our savings, I'm gonna be putting $20 towards gifts. And this is because Mother's Day is literally right around the corner. It's on the 11th, and I wanna make sure I have a little bit of money so I can get some flowers and a card for my mom, if that's what I wanna do, or I'm sure we'll probably go out to eat. I don't know. I just want money here to make sure I can do that. Christmas always gets $25 a paycheck. Actually, one of our paychecks this month won't go towards Christmas because I only need to fund $100 a month. So that'll be nice. Wedding and honeymoon always get $25 a paycheck. Ooh, there we go. And we're down to $514.09. Oh yeah, I still need to cover $50 for my line of credit payments. Next month, we'll be able to put more money towards this because we have $464.09 left. And honestly, yeah, I could probably put this money towards bills and whatnot, but we have 4 other paychecks this month. So what I want to do is my litter robot payment comes out on the 10th. And I want to pay this off. That's the goal. I want to pay it off. And we have $329.79 to pay off. So this is what I'm going to do. Yep. I'm paying it off tonight. I'm paying it off tonight. After this video, I'm going to pay it off. That means we're one less debt down. Like one less debt to deal with. Yeah. Oh, we have been killing it lately. I paid off Darcy's credit card last month, paid off my student loans the month before that, and now we're paying off the litter robot. Yeah, I'm happy. You know I'm happy. And we still have 4 paychecks this month. So that means I'm probably also gonna be able to put more money towards my line of credit at some point later this month. That's my hope. Fingers crossed I can do that. I am paying off the litter robot tonight. After this video, I'm gonna go and pay that. I am stoked. The rest of this money, I have $134.30. What I'm gonna do is my internet bill. I wanna get this internet bill dealt with. For my internet bill, I honestly don't know how much it's gonna be because if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I had a whole situation with the internet and I was gonna switch to TELUS, and then I did switch to TELUS, but then when I canceled, Bell offered me a cheaper promotion, and it's a permanent promotion, and I'm only gonna be paying $70 a month. I don't know what that is with taxes, and I don't know if they'll backcharge it for the entire month of April. I think what I'm gonna do here at least is I'm gonna do $100. I'm not gonna fully fund it, and then we'll see what happens. I'll probably get my phone bill sometime next week, hopefully, and then I'll figure out what amount I'm supposed to put here. But for now, I'm gonna put $100, and then I'll cover the rest on the next paycheck once I know the bill. But I still have $34.30. So what do I want to do with the rest of it is now the question. Maybe we can go back and cover these subscriptions. $33.24. Let's do that. Okay. And then we have $1.06. I think I'm just gonna put it towards the internet. I really don't know what's going on with the internet bill right now, so I'm just gonna put it here and we'll see what happens. We have funded all the money, and honestly, I have been stoked lately because April was a really good month for us, and May I think is gonna be even better because of the whole magic month for me and the fact that we're gonna be getting 5 paychecks this month. So 3 paychecks for me and 2 for Darcy. Like, I think it's just gonna be amazing. And we already funded like quite a bit of stuff. I'm paying off the little robot tonight. I'm paying off one of the debts tonight. This is just so awesome. And I have money already ready to go for groceries tomorrow. I have money for gas tomorrow. I have more than enough money for gas tomorrow. And we got money for laundry, and we have, you know, money towards eating out, and we have our fun money, and we got the oh shit category covered. Like, we are getting back on track finally. I even have money going towards the line of credit. I got my MasterCard fully covered, and as you can see, I've been spending money on the MasterCard, but I am making sure it's money that I know I can cover. That's what I've been doing. I've been being good with the MasterCard, and as I said, I also got a new MasterCard that gives me more reward points for air miles. So I'm also trying to get the welcome bonus, so I am putting most of the spending on the card right now, but I'm making sure any of the spending I do on this card is money that I know I have. The beauty of YNAB, I'm covering spending on my credit card. I think this is gonna be a really good month. I think we're gonna get most of this stuff covered, and then maybe slowly get a month ahead maybe this month. I don't know. I'm happy. Everything has gone to where it needs to go. I'm just gonna check the 1st to the 15th. We are literally covered from the 1st to the 15th except for the internet bill, and honestly, that's probably gonna cover the internet bill because they promised it's gonna be $70, and that's more than $70 that's there, so that should be enough. But we covered it. I'm really excited for the rest of this month. I think it's gonna go great. I'm also excited to see what Darcy's paycheck is next week because it will be a full paycheck on his new job. He was in training though, obviously, so his hours are a little bit less than what they are gonna be after he's done his training. They said the first 2 weeks he's in training, and then his hours will be full hours apparently. But I think his first paycheck next week will be a bit lower than what it's supposed to be, and then hopefully on his second paycheck this month, we'll actually get a better idea of what he'll be getting paid moving forward. So I know what I have to work with, and we can hopefully move some stuff around in the budget, and hopefully I can maybe budget out a little bit money towards either the debt or our goals, or maybe even just give Darcy and I some more fun money each month, because honestly, I want a little bit more fun money for us. $50 isn't a lot to, you know, just spend on whatever we want. Like, obviously Darcy's hurting right now, like he's spending more than what he's getting. I really want to maybe give us more money to spend. I did pretty good. I actually stayed in budget. I actually did really good. Darcy did not, but Darcy, I give him the exception because he also had a couple subscriptions that we put onto his fund money. He told me to put it under his fund money to cover those random payments. I'm rambling a lot tonight, but anyways, I'm hoping I can maybe increase these fund money targets and maybe put some more money towards the debt each month, because so far these targets are working for us. So I'm just going to stick with them, and hopefully we can just continue on paying off debt and still have our fun and work towards our goals. All right, so I think that covers this video. I know I probably rambled a little bit on this one, but there's always so much to catch you guys up on. There's always something that has happened each week that I need to let you guys know about. Things just keep changing in my budget. I feel like that's though how budgets are. They're just always changing, and I've just been doing my best to get certain things lowered in the budget or just be more mindful about spending. I'm gonna have Odin join me for the end of this. We're trying to be more mindful with our spending, and I'm trying to get things lowered, but I think that covers this video. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Odin wants your thumbs up. He's telling you, please give me a thumbs up. And also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let Odin know what you think of the video. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate you joining me here on the channel with me. And Odin would also really like if you joined me on the channel. Right, Odin? You want everyone to join you on the channel and they can see more of you and how cute you are? Yeah, that's right. He wants you to join, okay? But I'm gonna leave this one here. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!